Hey everybody, we're just about ready to get started with the Galaxy A53 in 2025 review. But before we get started into that, if you guys want to do me a solid and smash the like button, that truly helps. And it helps this phone out to get, seen by other people out there that haven't seen it in a while. As well as turning on bell notifications so you don't miss a video upload when I do upload. And if you guys would like to try out Helium Mobile, in the description is a promo code that will get you guys your first month for free. It's also popping up here on the display. But yeah, use it, take advantage of it. It's my gift to you guys. Shout out to the channel sponsor, Helium Mobile, for sponsoring this video. And let's get into the video. Alright everybody, so this is the Samsung Galaxy A53, and it's been a while since I used this phone, so I decided to pop a SIM card inside of it, one that, will have me actually using it throughout the day, and then use it, which is the idea. Now, if you guys have been following my channel for a while now, you guys know that I'm not too very big on Samsung devices, so there's only so many out there that really kind of captivate my attention. And strangely and oddly enough, it's not the flagships. Now, some people will probably question that, like, why not the flagships? Well, they just don't do it for me. But there are some devices that Samsung puts out that I just end up messing around with, and it's like, wow, this is something that they've come up with. Like, cool, I want to use it. And the Galaxy A53 was one of them. Now, there are some good points to this phone, and there are some bad points to this phone, okay? So let me get those out of the way really quickly. But one of the good points of this phone is the fact that even though they've opted for, a budget material build, it really feels nice in the hand. And yeah, this definitely will get some attention. At least people will definitely know it's a Samsung device. And yeah, the design of the phone itself is meant to, have a decent sized display and fit comfortably in the hand. The downside to it is that unlike the previous model, which was the Galaxy A52, that almost looks identical to this phone, while the A52 has a Qualcomm Snapdragon chip, this runs an Exynos 1280, which probably won't be the best for some people out there, especially if you're heavy into gamings like Genshin Impact and stuff like that. You'll definitely see some performance lag for sure with this device. Another caveat to this phone that, sometimes it's like a hit or miss is the cameras. Sometimes taking photos, can be heartbreaking, right? If you go into the default settings, a 64 megapixel camera, and we snap a photo, sometimes that photo can look good, like this. And then one that I took this morning, and it just looks pretty hazy, right? Compared to when I turn on the 64 megapixel mode and then snap this photo. So sometimes, when it comes to the camera, it's hit or miss. And don't even get me started on video quality, because video quality is also hit or miss. You can, at full HD, move it up to 60 frames per second, which is good for like vlogging. But after a while, it tends to start getting glitchy. The image stabilization while recording video just tends to bug out, and that's not always the best. And I never really said for it to start recording, but that's a cool feature that it does have. You can start it by voice activation to start recording video. So those are like the main two caveats with the Galaxy A53 that, is like a stickler for me. The things that I thoroughly enjoy about it, and I think others will appreciate too, so that thing is, one, it does have expandable storage. So you can get a micro SD card and put that into the phone and expand the storage. While it does have RAM boost, like I've said in previous videos, I don't recommend using RAM boost at all. I feel like that really damages the experience that you'll have with the virtual RAM that's not even that fast at all whatsoever. So there's really no point in using that. But you'll get additional storage with the expandable memory with the SD card, which, is great, especially if you want to like quickly edit videos on the fly. You can power down the phone, pop the SD card out and just put it in your computer and just start editing away at video files that you have. Another thing is just the array of camera sensors here that you guys see that you have. You have your main wide angle lens, your ultra wide angle lens. You have a telephoto lens and a macro lens here. And so, you really can get down in there with photography, especially if you have the patience and time to mess around with the settings and also to, take multiple shots just in case you get one of those hit or miss photos. Then you can always just, go forward, in getting your photography done. Other than that, One UI is a very playful user interface. I will say that. And it's a good thing that Samsung switched away from TouchWiz because TouchWiz was so horrible. One UI, while it kind of has, it has a little bit of its, shadowy peek outs of TouchWiz, if you're really paying attention to the user interface. But then again, it's not so horribly detrimental that it bogs down the phone and just makes it absolutely glitchy and jittery and janky to use. So One UI has really corrected a lot of that. And, I have to give a shout out to Samsung for that. But, you have like these playful themes and stuff like that, which it doesn't enhance the power performance of this phone, but it does enhance, the phone in itself. When you mess around with themes, while they're not that important at all, being able to mess around with themes and to customize the phone to your liking and making it the way that you want it to look and feel, is pretty cool. And I'm sure people will appreciate that aspect of it. So I really got to go out there and say that even though theming is not a power play, it is still in play. Overall, in 2025, this device is still doing pretty good, and it's still getting regular updates for those who want to know. The device has already gotten an update that has brought it to the January security patch update, and it is listed on various sites as being one of the phones that will get One UI 7, and I think that will be its final software update, and Samsung will not support this anymore. Which, the A50 series is kind of like a dying breed, I guess you can say. The A55 didn't really make its way to the United States like the A53 and the A54 and the previous A50 models like the 52 and 51. The 55 stayed international. And what we got in terms of replacement for the Galaxy A55 that, we wanted here in the US was the Fan Edition device. So, I don't know. For me personally, I like the A53. I know it's several years old, but it's still able to go. Still got a nice display panel. Still got, good refresh rate for those who, everything's all about high refresh rate. Still has that. 128 gigs of internal storage. You got 6 gigs of RAM with the expandable virtual RAM if you want to use that. But like I said, I wouldn't recommend it. And it's got an overall nice build, nice design look, and everything like that. Like, I just enjoy using the A53 when I decide to pop my SIM and use it, which I'll use it for a couple more days. But if you guys have any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, emotional outbursts, drop them in the comment section of the video. Smash the like button. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll talk to y'all in the next one. Aloha.